I'm getting ready to head out to go do some mystery shopping and make a little extra money today. That money is going to go to pay for an oil change that I have scheduled this week. But while I'm in my car, I thought, what a great time to share with you some of the frugal things I keep in my car to keep any of my trips affordable. One of them is I keep snacks in a coffee container in my car. And that way I have things in case I want to get a snack. I have some Belvita bars that were generic. I have some crackers with some cream cheese, and those are always in my car. That way it keeps me from buying anything when I'm out and about. Another thing that I have is my water thermos. It's full of ice water for the day, and I also have jugs of water in a crate in my trunk so that I can refill it when I'm out and about. Another thing that I keep on hand is my coupons. I have paper coupons still here in an envelope. And some of these I wrote to the manufacturers and asked for coupons, and they sent them to me. So I keep them here in my little cubby, and that way I have them anytime I'm out shopping. I also have a little center console, and I have condiments in there, and I have them divided by the type of condiments. This one has like sweet and low, taco sauce. It has some grape jelly. This one has ketchup. This one has soy sauce, sweet and sour sauce, and some things like that. And keeping those separated in little baggies makes it easier for me to find the ones that I want quickly. I also have salt and pepper in here, and they came in handy a lot on my 19-day car camping trip. I also have my portable charger. I will be recharging that while I'm driving. I have my cell phone charger. I will be recharging my cell phone while I'm driving. I have extra napkins, extra pins. I have my medicine so that I'm not tempted to stop and have to buy Tylenol or something like that while I'm out and about. I also have my acupressure pillow so that I can drive, because this keeps me from hurting, so that I'm able to readjust this behind my back and redirect all of my pain signals that are going on. And then I also packed my lunch for the day. I'm not going to be buying food out while I'm out trying to make a few dollars. So I'm packing my lunch, and I can stop at a park along the way and enjoy that. And I also keep a small ice chest here, so when I'm out shopping, I can keep my cold items in there to make it home, because as you know, I live about an hour from the city, and it is basically summer right now here in Kansas. So let's get going. And then when I'm in stores like Walmart or Dillon's, I will use their free Wi-Fi so that I can look for digital coupons, or so that I can use my Ibotta to make sure that I catch all the deals. Several Kansas towns still have where you can park right down the middle of the street. I think that is so cool. You just don't see that much anymore. So I'm coming up on my first little rural town for my first mystery shop today. I am doing 2 grocery stores in 2 different towns. So the way I look at it is I have a couple of choices. I have $10 to spend at each grocery store. So my choices on how to spend that money are, I can spend it like it's my money and make choices like I would normally make, like it's my money. I could buy some things and splurge that I wouldn't normally buy with my money, or I could use it for some strategic moves in my budget and in my upcoming events to keep myself from spending my own money on some things that I'm going to need in the future. So since I don't need anything much today, I'm going to look at the watch list that I have on my phone of some things I'd like to have. One of them is apples. Apples have gone up in price. They are relatively cheap, even though they've gone up. I'm able to keep them for a long time. We've been out for a couple of weeks, And I have just a few things like that that I'm watching for. I also watch for some great clearance items because sometimes I will go over that $10 on my shopping trip, because if I find a good clearance item, I may not find it again. So I will spend my own grocery budget money on those clearance items because I figure that's saving me some money down the road on a future trip or a future grocery shop. But I have the state fair coming up in September. I work the state fair. I need some things to take with me for lunches on those 10 days. And I'm going to keep my eye out for some of those. And if they're a decent price, I'm going to start backstocking those. So let's go in and do our first shop. Okay, so I'm done with the first shop. Some of the things I have to check are the parking lots, make sure they're clean, make sure there's not a lot of loose carts, making sure the bathroom's clean, the foyer is clean, and checking some different areas in the store just to make sure that they're stocked and that they're fresh. And so what I purchased today at the first shop was $12.67. So I went over the $10 that I'll be reimbursed a little bit, but I got some really great deals that I'm happy with, so I feel like that was worth it. I got a bag of spinach for $1.03. This is a 8-ounce bag, really good buy there. I got 2 packages of coleslaw for $1.03, another fantastic deal. On the clearance rack, I found a 33.8 ounce container of olive oil. It's Spanish olive oil. We've never tried it before, but it's got basil, almond, and artichoke in it. How delicious is that? And I checked, the olive oil in the baking section was double this for less ounces. So this is a fantastic deal. Couldn't pass that up. And then all the other stores like this have raised their 5-pound bag of apples to $6.99. They still had a bag on their shelf for $5. So that was a great deal. I'm going to put some sliced apples on that fresh spinach with some vinaigrette. We have raspberry and strawberry at home. It makes the best salad with some slivered almonds, and I have some of those in stock at home too. So I was really happy with this shopping haul. Now we're on to the second store. These stores are about 30 minutes or maybe a little bit more apart. And so I thought I would show you a little bit of the drive here in Kansas. Even though it's flat, there's lots of things to see. There's lakes, there's horses, cows, goats. There are even wetlands here in Kansas at the Wildlife Refuge. So there's lots of things to see along the way. So it is not boring, and it gets me out of the house once in a while. It's mid to upper 90s today, so it's a little hot for a picnic. So I just ate my sandwich while I was out driving, doing my shops today, but I had to break into the apples. I don't know what it is about Pink Lady apples, but I think they are my favorite now. It used to be Gala, but now I just love these. They are so sweet and crisp. I grew up eating green apples off the tree. I think that's what it is. They're kind of like a mix between a green apple and a red apple. And I got out to fill up my water. Cow poo smell. You're definitely in Western Kansas. They say that is the smell of money, but it stinks. Here we are at the second store. Now, they pay me a little bit more because I live in rural Kansas and there's not a lot of shoppers out here in this area to take on these jobs. So I get paid a little bit more to go to some of these rural stores in these small towns. And that's how I make a little bit extra doing this on the side. All right, so I'm finished with that shop. And what I got in there was a 1/2 gallon of milk, for $1.39. It was on sale. I got a package of hot dog buns for 25 cents off the clearance rack. I got a 2-pound package of baby carrots for $2.29. I normally buy the regular ones. It took us forever to go through them last time. My husband's microwave at work is broke down, so I thought this would be a good thing and easy for him to pack for lunches. And along that line, I also got him some honey ham. It was on sale for $2.99 for 9 ounces. And he can make a sandwich with that. And I also got him some pepper jack cheese singles for $2.79. So the total of that shopping trip was $9.90. Time to get on home and get these reports filled out from these shopping experiences so I can get paid. I wanted to do this video for you because I've had so many people that said they were interested in mystery shopping to do some extra cash in their retirement. And doing this mystery shopping it's a little hard at times because you have to make sure you follow all of the rules, read the instructions first so that you can do what is expected of you so you can be paid and turn in a good report. When I get home, it just takes maybe 15 to 20 minutes each to fill out the report. I like to check and double check. That's probably why it takes me so long. But doing that and making sure you turn it in with no errors is really important, because then when you request a shop that you want to do, they will give it to you, because like I have a 5-star rating as a shopper. That means if I request them, they will give them to me, and I don't have to be shuffled around with all of the other shoppers. I'm one of the first ones to get to automatically request and receive permission to do the assignment. And then all of the shops pay differently depending on what they have you do. I have some restaurant shops that I get paid $15 and I can buy up to $20 worth of food for that meal. And it has requirements again about what you have to order, like an entree, a drink, that sort of thing. And then I have some other shops where maybe I can get $10 worth of groceries like I did today. And then they pay you in addition to getting the groceries. And depending on where the shop is located, sometimes they'll pay you a little bit more because they know you have to drive farther and it will take more of your time, which are usually some of the ones that I choose, because then I can just do 2 or 3 shops a month and get a little bit of extra cash. And like I've shared before in some of my other videos, I have my shopping pay go directly into my savings account to try to help replenish it for things like the construction I had done on the house, my daughter's wedding. It's just a little bit of extra to go back into my savings. I don't put it into my working money during the month. And that way I can help rebuild my savings or build onto my savings. And then if something comes up, I have a little bit extra I can use. So I know Sensible Living with Money Mom is a mystery shop assignment coordinator. So she actually assigns the shops for whatever company she works for. I don't know which one it is, but I have a couple of different ones that I use. There's a lot of reputable ones. You can just search online to check to see if they look legitimate. You'll fill out like a little form to apply to be a shopper, set up your password and everything, and then you can search their shops and choose which ones you are interested in based on what they pay, what they require, and how far away you are from them. Some of them require for you to take pictures of certain things. So that's just a little bit of insight into how that extra money-making side gig works. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching today and listening. I hope you enjoyed the ride along with me, and I hope you'll join me for a future video.